In our today's session, we will learn about the SAP Basics navigation, how we can navigate into SAP. And I have already provided you with the access to SAP server, how to log on, how to use Windows system to log on to SAP, and as well as I have created your accounts on SAP server as Windows server and SAP server. Both passwords have been provided to you, and also I have created your Teams account where you can use Team software to join everyday meeting, and same will be used to exchange documents, assignments, etc. So in our today's session, I will walk you through the basics of SAP. I have already given you the introduction to SAP, what is SAP, what is SAP software does, and what are the uses and all those things. Now today I will show you SAP Basics, how you navigate SAP. I have created your SAP password, so once you log on to your SAP server using your Windows computer, you will be prompted for a password, and then you will land onto SAP, Windows server, where you can click SAP logon shortcut. A window will open, double click, and it will be a landing page where you have to enter your password. Press enter. If you are already logged on, this window will pop up and it giving you the options. It says user my name is already logged on to this client 800. So what is client? So client, when they install SAP, when they install SAP server, SAP software, they gave one ID to this installation. In our case, this is 800. 800 is always the training client. When you go into your company, their number may be different, maybe 300, 200. Then you have to go. If you have access to different SAP uh, clients, you can always change the client 400. Usually there are 3 clients in any company you work. I will show you in the future why we need 3 clients, right? So our client is 800. By default, when you double click, it will come 800. You don't need to enter 800, right? So it's already coming 800, so don't change it, and then just enter your username and password, and it will give you an option that you are already logged on somewhere into this server, and this is a new logon. What you want system to do, you can continue with this logon and end any other logon in the system. So if you check this and click this one, any windows open in this client with the same user, system will close all other sessions, and this session will be your only session active. Now I showed in our previous session how to change the fonts. You can always go to options, and you will see there is a font size available, color schemes, all those things. For now I will not change anything. 12 is okay, and then press OK. So the changes will happen only if you open a new session after you change your fonts. Okay, this is just the how to log on and change your fonts. Now in our previous window, if I go to the previous window, I show you, or I believe it's okay if I show you here too. Now on the landing page, mostly all windows are almost similar, just different functions, different in every menu mostly are the same, but depends what module you are using. It may change based on different functions available in that on that screen. Now this is a first page. I'll show you on this screen the top. This is called a menu bar. It has different menus, right? Menu, edit, favorites, extras, system, and help.
Menu bar, yes.
This is called a menu bar, and you can use menu bar to you perform different functions. And this is
Okay.
at the left corner. You see you can close this session from here, create a new session, stop a new session, minimize a new session. Now,
This is stop transaction, I think. It's not a session. Last one, stop transaction.
right, I mean, when you close this, and if it's the only window open, right, it will stop whatever windows you are on, and it will stop that transaction. For example, this will be used when you process any transaction and system is in process. You can go and it's not doing anything, it's stuck, you can go and stop the session transaction,
Oh,
create a new session, close the session. This is stop or close the session. If I close it, it will ask you because I have only single window open, I don't want to
okay.
log out. Now the next one is, this area is called command area.
Command area.
Command area in command area is used to enter transaction codes. For example, to post a GL document, I'll show you how to post a GL document in future, but I'm just explaining. You can either go from this menu bar, right, with the folders, right? You don't need to.
This is menu bar.
No. Menu bar is a top bar. This
Oh,
is the SAP menu path,
menu path.
right? Folders are here, right? So then you can enter FB50, right? FB50 is the T code to post any GL document. So if you double click, it will open a new window, right? Now there are two ways you can achieve or come to this screen. Is actually, one is going to menu from accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, document entry, and this. You don't need to remember this, right? Don't bog down yourself to say, oh, how I can remember which function through the menu path, how I go. Don't worry, with the practice you will remember, don't worry. But there is another way. Let's say you are somewhere else and you want to go the same screen, you just enter FB50. This is a T code, you will go to the same screen.
That's the code.
that is
And
called that is called a transaction code. So what I'm explaining to you is, this is area is called command area. You don't need to recall or remind or memorize these names, don't worry. This area is used to enter transaction codes only. If you enter any transaction code which is not available in SAP system will give you error.
oh,
System FBI does not exist,
okay.
right? But if you enter any transaction code
Okay.
which is available, it will go to that page,
Okay.
right? Now this is
My question is, if I'm working at a place, let's say I'm on a job, that SAP software is exactly like this, or they will little bit change. There will be
no,
change.
no, everything will be the same. No change.
No, no change.
No change. No change. Now this next is, first is the menu bar. Second one is called, this area is called command bar or
Command.
command area.
Yeah.
And next to the command, if you click this, it will close that command
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Now this second bar is called standard toolbar.
Standard toolbar.
On
Okay.
every SAP screen, mostly 99.9%, these options are available to change the font,
Okay.
to navigate the page, to create a new session, to create a shortcut of this page, to find something, to print something, to close this, to log off, to go log off and back arrow, back button, and then this TV is to save a transaction.
Yeah, this screen
So
floppy,
second
floppy.
is the standard toolbar. First is the menu bar, second is the standard toolbar, third is this where you see SAP Easy Access, right? This is
Yeah,
the name of the screen, right? So this is called title bar. This will
title
tell
bar.
you the title of that screen,
Okay.
right? Your title is Mr. Bungish, right?
Yeah.
So the title of this screen is Easy Access screen. If you go OKKP, this title bar name will change. It will show you change view, basic data overview, right? It's changed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now, this one is again menu bar, standard toolbar,
Okay.
title bar,
Okay.
right? And this is the application. What application you are using, according to those applications, what functions available by SAP will show in this bar, which is called application bar. Okay, this is application bar. Now if you, and then I showed you already client, username, password, right? So if I go back and show you, double click to log on to the server. Now this
Yeah,
is
you
the
show
username,
username,
user.
client, and
Now
password.
SAP, you can, is translated into almost, I believe, 41 languages, more than 41 languages.
And sorry, I have a question. But who is this client? 800.
800. Now language,
No, I mean to say, who is this client? I mean, this is the company.
no, this is a training client. When you go
Okay.
into your company,
Yeah.
they will, when they install, basis team will install SAP server, they have to give one ID, right? When we were
Okay.
creating a company, we need to give one ID, right?
Yeah.
When you born, your parents give you an ID, right?
Yeah. Right.
When you come to United States, what they did, they give you an ID, social security, right? They
Right.
give you one alien number, right? This is just an ID, right?
Okay.
Don't need to remind or rememorize, right? It's fine. It can be
Okay.
changed a company to company change. So username, password. Now languages, right? So our language is English. If you enter any other language like Japanese, you will not understand anything. Then don't enter any other language. So uh, I'm gonna log in back again. Now it's English, right? Now the next is, this is SAP menu, different submodules. Will learn accounting. You have to go accounting. This is the end user screen. Business user will use this screen to enter their daily business transactions. You, as a developer, will have access to this easy access also for testing purpose. So the business user, and you have also will have access to developers mode, which is the SPRO mode. Business user won't have this access to this development. This is a backend, right? So there are two different ways you can uh, use SAP. One is the SAP Easy Access mode, which is the end user screen, and one is the SPRO, which is the developers mode. Now, you see all the way down here, you will see when I enter any transaction, let's say any which is not available, this message is coming, right? Message is coming. This bar is called status bar. Status bar is telling you whatever the function you performed is valid, invalid, can be achieved, or it's processed, data is saved, error, whatever. This is status. So status is showing transaction FB18 does not exist. This message is coming. Maybe you entered your transaction code wrong, and if you enter or save data successfully, it will also show message here. So messages are shown under status bar. So there are three colors. The messages are color coded by SAP: green, yellow, red.
Okay.
Red mean this is an error message. Yellow mean it's a warning message, and the green mean is a success message, or
I think
that is
green is the does not exist. This is wrong message. I think this
no.
is showing like
I mean this is not an error. For example, this is not error, but one thing which is not available is not error, right? For
okay.
example, if you enter, I'll show you when we will perform or save data, I will show
Okay.
you the message. But remember, green is just like a street lights. Green, go,
Go.
right? And warning, yellow. Red, stop. SAP can't do anything. Now, on the right side, I showed you already. If you click this and click this, it will show different options. If you click this and always use this is a username, what system you are logged in, what is client you are logged in, what program is you are in. Now always use this, because when you enter any transaction, for example, if I go this transaction OKKP, it will come OKKP here. So you let's say you are in this screen and you don't know what T code and what screen you are in, so you can check you are in OKKP. You have to select, you can select many things, you can select system, and if you click on any other transaction code, it will not show you. You see, it's not showing you what transaction code you are in, because you have chosen system. You see this selection, select this, so then it show
I don't
SPR.
understand this portion. I don't understand this one, the one you are saying system and this and that.
Okay, I'll show you. You are in what screen? SPRO,
Yeah.
right? So you know you are in SPRO. For example, if I go to any other
What
transaction code, any module or any transaction, right?
uh,
Now you tell me what is this, you don't know, this is new to you, right?
yeah.
But if you see here, this is a transaction code.
Okay.
Okay, why it's showing its transaction code? Because you selected transaction.
Oh,
if
I am in
if you
transaction mode. I am in
Yeah,
transaction
now
mode.
if you select system, it will
Yeah.
not show transaction. It's just an option, drop down option, right? Always use transaction. So whenever you are in any transaction, you can see what transaction code you are in. If you click OKKP, it will show OKKP,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
right? If you, what is the T code to create a company code? Let's say OX0, OX15, for example. Now when you click this, no, you see, this is transaction. Now this is OX15.
Oh.
But if you choose this,
Yeah.
you cannot see what transaction you are in, right? When you execute any
Okay.
transaction. So use this transaction. Now you can log off in many ways. You can click here. If you are in the only single page, you can just click and you will log off.
Yeah.
You can log off from menu bar also. There is option value log off. Mostly functions that you can use from the window, you can use from the menu bar as well.
Manual.
Yes, you can do also from the menu bar. You can
Yeah.
also do from the cross and the page, and you can also use this exit and exit, and then it will also gives you an option to log off.
Exit. Which one? Exit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now you can also go from here. If you, this is the last one, close, right?
Yeah.
So there are 4 to 5 different ways you can log off,
Okay.
right? Now this is showing just a warning message. I show you when I showed you one of the message, but I will show you warning and other messages too, right?
Okay.
Now, now we will jump into our regular, SAP Basics is almost finished. Now when you are in a company, of course the company you that they hire you because you know SAP and you need to implement. For example, they are going on to the SAP for the very first time, right? Now you need to install, implement, right, SAP. Now if it depends what how big the company is. If they are only in US, if they are not only in the US, they have operations across the globe. For example, a company, they have offices in England, they have offices in Canada, they have offices in US, and they want to install SAP on all these 3 locations. Then how you will install and develop SAP? You have to develop 3 different company codes.
Okay. If I
Every country you
want
need to
software, the
open.
SAP software.
Every company, every country, they have a different law. If you go to
Okay.
Pakistan and you want to do
Yeah.
any business, you have to you have to open a company. Open a company means you have to register your business with tax authorities. In Pakistan it's called CBR. Why we need to
FBR.
register? We
FBR.
need to how Why we need to register every country? Because that country tax department will collect tax on the
Yeah.
profit you make.
Okay.
In US there is a department called IRS.
Oh.
Whenever you make profit, you have to pay the tax. How you pay the
Oh.
tax? How they will track? You have to register your company or business, right? England also you have to. In US you have to open a corporation, right?
Okay.
Now let's say if it's very easy when it's a US based business, only one company. There is no hard and fast rule. You can create many companies you want. But I'm giving you an example to understand how when you go and develop SAP, you have to ask questions to the people of the company. That is phase of your project. So this SAP is implemented in as a project. I will show you in our future sessions how you develop SAP. But now, because we are in initial stages, we are learning the basics, right? How to log on, how to log off, how to change the fonts, how to see different options available, many standard bar, toolbar, menu bar, what is client, what is user, how all those things, right?
Sir, what you said in the future, you will tell me
Yeah, right.
how to install
We
SAP.
no, we will go step by step.
Okay.
Now you learn the basics, right?
Yeah.
In the next session, we will start developing SAP, right?
Developing SAP.
Until
Okay.
until you didn't develop, how come you use SAP, right? You have to develop,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Right.
So now, how you develop? For example, I'm just a basic high level. A company with operations in different countries. Let's say I have on this. Can you see the screen, right?
Yeah. I can see
Now
the screen.
you on the right side. You say SAP, right?
Okay.
Now I will.
I don't understand the graph. It starts from SAP or it starts from the organizational
Oh,
structure for FI?
okay, you know what? Just give me 2 minutes. I will.
Okay, okay,
I
sorry,
will.
sorry,
I
sorry.
will. I will plug in a very interesting tool, a very interesting hardware. So you will love it. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay, sorry.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen.
Okay, hold on.
But I now I cannot see that screen. I can see
Hold on. I will show you.
green screen. Okay.
No problem. No problem. Now you can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Now, now, this is what SAP.
SAP.
You are installing SAP, right?
Okay.
Now you have to ask your company, the company you work for, right? You are defining organizational structure, right? You're working in FI, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, organizational structure means how many company codes, how many branches, what business they are doing, what kind of business. There is a possibility that a company is doing many businesses. They are manufacturing motorcycle, they are manufacturing cars, they are manufacturing so many other things, right?
Right.
So you have to define, right, everything in SAP. Now, let's say in this example, a company is headquartered in India, let's say. So you will create, this is a group, right? A group of companies. A Tata is a company, Indian based company, right? We have to create a Tata group as a company. I will show you how to create a company. We created already, right? One, which is Bungish Corporation, right?
Okay.
Now, Bungish Corporation, they have business locations and presence in Pakistan, presence in India, and presence in US, for example. In this example, we are taking example of Tata, right? So Tata is an Indian based company. They are headquartered in India. Now They have different businesses, right? They manufacture cars. They have another. So you have to, for this business, you have to create a company code, right? Now, under a group, you have different companies, right? And under one company, you have operations maybe in Hyderabad, you have operation in Mumbai. So you will create these Hyderabad and Mumbai as a branches, business areas in SAP.
Okay.
The companies, they have different companies, right? They have one company is Tata Motors, second company is Tisco, right?
Okay.
So now for both, we have to create an, a different, a separate company code. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now I'll give you another example. Let's say Bangish, right? Corporation, right? Bangish Corporation is headquartered in US. So this is called a group company or only a company, right? This is the
Yeah.
name of the company. Now you have business in Pakistan, you have business in US, you have business in UK.
Yeah.
So these will be company codes in SAP.
These are called codes.
Yeah, company codes. This is one company code. This is another company code. I show you how to create a company and company code. Understood?
Understood.
So the companies you have in countries are the company codes, and all these companies, because it's headquartered in US, are grouped under this company. Group of companies, right? Understood?
Understood.
Now, so when you develop SAP system, this company in which is a Tata consultancy, Tata Motors and Tisco, they have their own operations, right? And they will use the SAP to post daily business transactions, right? In different company codes, right? Now, when you post any business transaction in SAP, let's say you purchase something. So
Yeah.
you have first you have to define in SAP your fiscal year.
Fiscal year.
Fiscal year is must in SAP. To define a fiscal year in SAP, you need to create a fiscal year variant first.
Variant.
This is part of configuration. Now, in any country, you can follow your own fiscal year. Let's say in Pakistan, it's I think so uh, June to July, right? No,
May to June. May
May
to June. June to July. June to July. Yeah.
May. I think so. It's June to May, right?
The budgeting month.
July to June. July to June.
But
That's a country year, right? Country fiscal year is uh, country have also, when they present the budget, right? In US,
Right.
this is January, right? Now,
January.
the companies can follow, let's say in Pakistan, you have a company in Pakistan also. You can, you don't need to follow uh, July to June. You can follow January to December.
Okay.
But
Where in US or you are just
any
giving
any
example?
any country, you can in company you can follow your own fiscal year.
Okay.
Then you will follow, you will tell them that from January to December, this much money I made, this is how much tax I paid,
Okay.
right? You have the tax and all financial statements will be prepared yearly basis. So you can choose your own fiscal year. So in
Right.
SAP, when you post any transaction, it will ask you what date you purchase, and date includes the year, right? So then you have to
Mm.
define your year. When you define your year, you have to define your periods also. January, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way to December means every year there, in each year there are 12 periods.
Okay.
In SAP, you can define your periods, your own periods. You can define your own fiscal year, right? Your fiscal year will start from what month, will end in what month, you can define. So example, so when you define your fiscal year, let's say in Pakistan you have a company and you are following the same July to June, then this will be called a non-calendar year.
Non-calendar.
So the calendar year always starts from January to December, right? So
Okay.
so you have to specify your year of operation is a calendar year or non-calendar year. I'll show you
Yeah.
how. Right. For few examples are April to March. Indian company mostly follow April to March. July to June, Australians. October to September, mostly European companies follow this. You don't need to remember this. So now, why we have? Let's say your fiscal year starts from June, right? That
Yeah.
means that your 1 year will be uh, spread across 2 years, right?
Mm.
Remember in Pakistan we call year 2018 and 2019 fiscal year 2018 and 2019 because June, from it starts from June and it ends in the next year, right?
Yeah.
So you have to compulsory you have to specify the year we are following is 2018 and 2019. So in
Yes.
SAP there is no option how SAP will know ye kya hai 2018 2019 what year is this, because it's
Oh,
a non calendar year, right? A year is compromises of how many months? 12.
12 months.
If you open up a company and you decided that my fiscal year will be a non calendar year, right? Then your period 1 will start from June, let's say. Period 2 will be July, August, September, October, December, right? Now your period 7 will be in the next year, right? यही होगा. You don't understand, right? You're confused.
No, I understand. Mean,
Hold on. I explain. Don't worry. I'll explain. Let's say 1 year is how many months?
12.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Right.
This is a standard practice, right? Now,
Yeah.
let's say you have decided that your fiscal year will be a non-calendar year. Your year will start, let's say, from May. You will follow May to April, right? Now, this fifth month, let's say we are in 2020, right? Right?
Yes.
This will be your first period, right? Months are called periods, right?
Yeah.
It says May, but for you, it's first period.
No, how the fifth is my first period? Fifth is not, first is my first period, or no?
Because you are not, then you are not following the calendar year. If you follow the calendar year, yes, your first period will be the first period. But you are following non-calendar year,
Okay.
you have to provide IRS 12-month details, right?
Okay.
When you open a corporation, you have to tell them what is your year, the reporting year. You will reporting periods also. You will say, okay, my my when I will provide my detailed statements, that will start from May and will end
Mm.
in April.
Okay.
Now, when you start your business in May, so your first month is your first period.
Okay.
Your second June will be your second period. एक साल के अंदर 12 महीने होते हैं ना.
जी जी.
तो व्हेन यू डिसाइडेड कि आपका नॉन कैलेंडर है, तो आपका जो पांचवा महीना है वो पहला पीरियड होगा,
Okay.
जून सेकंड पीरियड होगा, ये
Mm.
थर्ड होगा. आपने 12 महीने की स्टेटमेंट देनी है, ऑल द वे 4 5, राइट, 6 7 8. Now in 2021, right,
Yeah.
your ninth period will be your 2020 January will be your ninth period, right? 1 2 3 4, yeah. And then your 11th and 12th period. So your fourth period will be a 12th period.
Good.
So in 2021, you will complete your 1 year of your business. Then
Okay.
for 1 year, 12 months, you will calculate your income, expenses, and calculate the tax.
Profit, loss. Okay.
So for easy understanding, when you will define your company, follow calendar year. कंफ्यूज
Mm.
नहीं होंगे आप,
Okay.
पीरियड्स पे कंफ्यूज नहीं होंगे आप.
ये किस चीज के लिए फॉलो करूं? For what I have to follow this one? The
When you define your company and fiscal
oh,
year,
इसका.
right? Fiscal year.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Now, 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 you understand, right? Now, let's say your year is present fiscal year. Let's say is 2020 2021, right? This
Okay.
is called the year, right? In SAP, only 4 digits year is permissible. So year shift will be used to identify the fiscal. How system will know that your fifth period is your fifth, May is your first period, June is your second period. That is will be used by system logic, and it's called year shift. I'll show you how. So you have to give, you cannot give 2011 2012, you have to give 1 year. So you have, how system will know, I will tell you how. When you will create this fiscal year, so you will name it as a 200 2011, for example. 2012 and 13 you will call 2012. 2013 2014 is called 2013. You cannot say 2013 2014. In Pakistan, when the budget, this is budget will be 2021 budget,
Okay.
but that next year it will spread into 2021 as well, right? Because it starts from the May, June, right? So that is non-calendar year,
Okay.
right? How system will know, I'll show you now. So in SAP, you have to define a company, you have to define company code, you have to define fiscal year. In fiscal year, we have to define periods. In SAP, there are 12 periods yearly, and then you have 4 extra special periods if you do any mistake for any adjustments, right? Let's say you are in last month and you figured, oh, we did a wrong posting in January. So how you will fix? You will use the special periods, right?
Okay.
So these are normal periods 1 to 12. These are normal periods are used to post daily business transaction, purchases, sales, right? Special periods are used to rectify any errors, to do the adjustment entries and year adjustments, carry forwarding, right? Special posting period are used to carry on the year and adjustment, year end adjustment. So maximum number of normal posting periods are 12, maximum special periods are 4. So
Okay.
how system will know if you are in fifth period? When you enter the date, system will automatically pull the period. You don't have to enter the period.
I don't understand this period.
Let's
This
say
thing.
let's say you today you purchase something, right?
Okay.
You have to enter the date, right?
Yeah.
When you enter the date, today is what date?
Today is 5th.
5th. When you, no,
No,
today
today is 13th. Sorry. 5th
13th.
is not.
So 13th, so system will automatically find out what is your period. If you are following calendar year, then of course it's 5th, right? But
Yeah.
if you are not following a calendar year, then
Yeah.
what period you are in, the system will automatically default that period. I'll show you. So that period, that fiscal year in SAP, we have to create an ID. Similarly, we created a company 555. We have to create a ID, a variant. V3 is a non-calendar year, April to March. Indian companies follow. K3, K4 is a calendar year, right? Usually we will follow calendar year, K4. When you say K4, that is calendar year. And you can, this is the last option that I need to show, how you uh, go to different menu paths. I already showed. This is a command to enter the T code, right? I already explained this to you, and now I will show you if you how you add a favorite, the transaction code. You every day you are using that transaction code. How you can add that T code into your favorites, right? And I show you, and then I'll also show you how to insert a folder for FI. You have different folder. For CO you have different folder, right? You can make your folders also, right? Then I will explain you, this is not required, how you can connect your SAP with the internet. You don't need to, but I will show you how, right? Now how to log off, and this is the basic setting. Basics, SAP Basics is finished. Now I'll show you, this is the favorites folder. You can see favorites. Now let's say you are using one transaction code every day. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I can see.
Okay, now
Yes.
you can, there are different ways, right? You can, you can right click and you can insert any transaction, you can insert any folder, you can
Okay.
change any favorite, right? Now what you can do, you can also go from here and insert a transaction into your favorites. Let's say I will add OX15, right? When I enter, this will come here. You see here OX15
Okay. This is favorites.
in under favorites, right? Now whenever you are, you don't need to type in, then you have to just double click and it will go there.
Okay.
Now you can, let's say we go another one, or we can you can also right click and you can also insert from here. Let's say I will go OB08, enter, and it will enter here. Now you can change it. For example, OX15, you want to change this description, change the favorite, and you just say define a company.
Okay.
You can name it the way you want.
Okay.
You see now its description is coming, define a company.
Okay. Can you repeat this one? The if you when you go to the favorite and you
Right,
told me,
yeah, for
but
example, for
don't repeat it. Just tell me orally.
you
Don't
can,
make it.
you will change it, change the favorite.
No, not this one. Not this one. Not before. Before this one, you said, oh, you put the favorite. You how to make the favorite.
Or you want to, okay, don't want to favorites, you
So
give
orally tell me. Orally tell.
there are two ways. One, right click and insert transaction, and
Okay.
you have to enter the transaction here, right?
What's the transaction mean?
Transaction code,
Oh,
right?
oh, okay, okay, okay.
And it will add.
So I have to right click on any one of them, customize, eject, edit project,
Yeah, there
any.
are two ways. One, you can go favorites and add a transaction, or
Okay,
you can right click here and add a transaction, same.
okay,
Now these all transactions are, for example, you want to create a folder.
hold on.
Now how you create a folder, you have to insert a folder, then in a folder you will say, let's say I have FI T codes, this is FI folder, right? Now if you want to move it, you can move these two, delete, insert. Okay, you can, I think so, drag it and put it in here. Now it will go there. Now SPRO also going to FI, FBL also into this, because these all transaction codes are FI related. Go all the way, and but this OKKP maintain controlling area is a CO transaction code. So I will create another folder which is CO folder. Now, oh, I have created under CO. Now I will move this one into CO.
Okay.
Now I have favorites, I have FI, and I have CO.
So can you tell me the how you created the new folder, please?
Click on, right click on it, and it says insert folder.
it will create new folder.
Yes.
Okay. And if I want to create transactions, so I have to put, okay, I got it.
Right. Right.
They are already there in the favorites.
Yeah. So you have FI and you have CO, or you
Where
can.
you where you used to go for change of color, there in the task bar,
This is a color, gold, green.
and you were changing the font as well, font on the,
In the same screen, yes. Now this one you have to practice, Bangish.
okay.
Right. Now, how to log off? You know how to log off either from here
Yeah.
and either from systems,
Systems.
either
Yeah.
from here or either from here too. Right.
Okay.
Now, how you add your internet to your SAP to internet, just in website, sorry. So you can click this one and enter the text SAP. You have to enter the SAP website address, right, and enter save. Now
How you did this one? The URL SAP. I didn't understand.
you have to go to favorites, you have
Yeah.
to go to add other objects,
Yeah.
and then you have to enter your web address, and
Where is the web address? This one?
this is you
Okay.
have to enter the web address, right?
Mm.
Right, we have to enter the web address. I did in sap.com. Now this URL is coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you double click, it will go to SAP website.
Oh. Oh.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Now this was the SAP Basics. Now you can change from here to, you want to delete any, you can delete it, and you can also add a favorite from here. I showed you one, right click, one from the favorite folder, and the third one is from here. You can add favorites too, right?
But here for putting it in the website, you went to extract, right?
So for
Extract.
example, let's say you are in here, right? You are entering, you want to enter this as in your favorites, right?
Okay.
You have to click here and it will go into favorites,
Oh.
and you can drag it into your FI. That's it.
Okay.
Or you click here, and then for example you want to put this one into favorites, you can put this
Yeah.
one into favorites too, right? This is to check, this is to, these are the different navigation, right? Now
Okay.
if I go to SPRO backend, then you can go
No.
SPR.
I have a question there, but
No problem.
the
I will go back. Don't worry. So these are the different folders, right? Financial accounting, controlling, IM. These are different sub modules
main
in SAP. We will
main
follow
module.
only financial accounting. We will go financial accounting uh, enterprise structure first tomorrow. I mean, day after tomorrow, we will start our building our company and structure in SAP. We will finish the enterprise structure, and then from after we finish the structure, we will go into financial accounting and we will create and assign some of the global settings for fiscal year, business area, what, and then after we are done, we will go to the GL and we will post some transaction into SAP using those elements and objects that we have developed. So until then, we'll meet again on Friday now.
Okay.
What was your
Can
question?
my question was, you said you put this in the website, the SAP, and
Uh-huh.
so how you put that SAP
Okay, now you go to favorites.
favorites?
Now go to other
Okay.
object.
Wait. The other thing was for transaction for website. This is other object, right?
Yeah, so if you want to add any transaction code into favorites, you click insert transaction. If
Yeah.
you want
I
to
will
add a
put the whole.
folder, you want to add a folder, you need to insert folder. If you
Okay.
want to delete a folder, you have to delete. You want to move this folder to somewhere else, you can change the description clicking change, and you can add it here too. Now you want to add a web address, you need to click
Yeah.
add other objects. When you enter this objects, what you want to enter, there are many things, right? We
Yeah.
are entering only web address. Double click
Yeah.
on web address, it will open up another window where you need to enter the name of that website. This is SAP, right? Or
Yeah.
I can go Amazon, right? For example,
We go at Amazon.
now we have to enter the Amazon right address, right? Amazon.com,
Yeah.
and then hits OK. Then this Amazon will come here, and when you double click allow, and then it will go to the Amazon website. Got it? Now you want to
So
delete
what's the advantage
you.
of this thing? Let's say I want to go to Amazon, so it will directly connect me to Amazon.
No, it's a sometime you in your company, let's say you have a vendor website,
Okay.
you're purchasing something from vendor, you want to see what
Okay.
is the price, how I can create a PO. So you can, there is just an option, right? It's a good option, right?
Yeah, best option. It's so easy.
Yeah, but you are not connecting SAP to Amazon. No,
No,
this
I
is
know, I know, I know, I know. It's a shortcut for me. Simply, I have in my server in SAP, in directly SAP, I can go to the vendor's website. That's all.
yeah, or any website, right? You double click.
Any.
So now if I want to delete this, you can select this,
Yeah.
or you can delete from here, delete favorites,
Yeah, yeah. You
or you
told
can
me, and
double
you
click
told me you can put it in the folder as well.
delete. It's gonna delete. Now its message is coming, node deleted.
Okay.
I think so. Practice